foreman. And that's Ed, and that's Ed's son right above it. My mama, his sister was going to have her grave put in here until Jimmy died. And when Jimmy died, Mama would have had a fit to put Jimmy up here. Second grave that was put on this side of that road up there was that baby right there. And the first one was Mr. Everett up here. Mr. Hornfly.
Now that's
this is
Grandma.
Yeah. And this is Grandpa. This is Uncle. This is
And that's Grandpa.
This is Grandpa Foreman's grave here.
That's my cousin.
And that's Ed right behind you. That's Ed. Coming through Jackson.
That's my uncle.
I said, I hope Ed dies tonight. And Mama like he got all over me until he's suffering.
And that's Mom.
Yeah. Now this is Grandpa's grave, my grandpa.
Okay. Now this is who?
That's Grandpa Foreman. That's Grandpa, my grandfather. Your great-grandfather. See, he was born in 18. The war was over. He was about 12 years old. And according to that, he couldn't have been over 5, 6. And Grandma died, see, back in 1949.
She died in 1930.
I mean 1930, yeah. Grandpa lived to 1949. It was Uncle Sid's.
Now this is great-grandpa Foreman's brother.
No. This is Daddy's oldest brother.
Oh.
My favorite person of all people. I could go to Uncle Sid and say, Uncle Sid, I killed a guy last night. He said, well, son, just don't worry about it. We'll go see about it. He didn't fly up and get mad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And one time, I bought Grandpa some booze, and Grandpa got drunk off of it. Come up there and raise him, Daddy, you got my dad drunk. I'll run down Uncle Sid's. I said, Uncle Sid, Dad's gonna whip me. He said, nah, he ain't gonna whip you. He said, I'll be back in a minute, Virgie. And we was eating dinner. It's dark, late at night. Come up there and he told Daddy, he says, now you want them kids to mind Pa, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot what I was saying. I forget it.
You got Dad drunk.
No, my grandpa.
Yeah.
And you didn't get him drunk, just got him high. There's 4 of them. And Uncle Sid come up there and he said, you want Pa to, you tell Pa to mind him, them boys to mind him. He said, now, how can you accuse Hewlin of doing that when Papa told him to get the stuff? Well, he shouldn't have got it. He said, in other words, you think Hewlin should have more judgment than Papa. And Daddy didn't say a dang word. Didn't open his mouth to say a word. Uncle Sid put his hat on, went on. Family. And he just put that mark.
That's my aunt.
Huh? Yeah, that's Vivian. And see Pete, but they got Pete born in 1918. He was born in 1917. You want to see some more for me?
Yeah.
Come on up here. Show you some more. It's dead all over the place.
This place is full of dead Foremans,
yeah.
Huh?
No, when I was a kid coming up, there's 2 little foreman boys and 2 big ones. That's the one thing everybody'd say. They'll work. And old Uncle Simon Caraway one taught us how to work. We stole some peanuts off of him. And Daddy caught us. And he made us go down at Uncle Simon. He was an old slave. And I was about 8 or 9 years old. And we went down and worked 3 days a week. If Uncle Simon tells you to pick sticks up on the yard, you pick sticks up on the yard. And whatever he told you to do, you better do it. That's taking away from me. Here it is up here again. Now that's another uncle of mine.
This one?
Yeah.
Who's this?
No, that's Fanny. Where? Uncle there is What's right here?
There's Ellery, right? William Ellery?
Yeah. Foreman, yeah. Yeah, that's it. Now see, old leader of the wolf. Everything. Every so contrary. Can't get along with him. Every does this. Every does that. Every won't do this. Every won't do that. Well, when he died, and things kept going. Everybody said, oh, must have been Old Lee. It was Old Lee all the damn time, but they lay it off on Uncle Larry. See, he was older than she was.
Uh-huh.
He was quite a bit older than she
Now, this was Grandpa's brother.
That's the Grandpa's youngest brother.
Yeah.
That's Uncle Larry. Now, he thought a lot of me. I could tell him something, and his son could tell him something. You know who he'd believe?
His son?
No, shit. No, sir. They messed. We went down here below. Uncle Larry, what house? I said, we'll build that house. We'll get a permit this afternoon, and you'll have water up there when? Well, I can't.
I'm Paul Greenlee's grave. That's way over in the corner, right?
That's right. And I remember. Turn your thing off.
Yeah, that's all.
He died. He had slaves. And when they freed the slaves, Grandpa come through here and he got stuck down here in Hickory. He said, hell, in Georgia we got wood. They had wood plow stock back here. He said, we got steel plow
Now, who is this?
Grandpa.
Grandpa Foreman.
Yeah.
Great-grandpa Foreman. My great-grandfather.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Careful.
Yeah, that's right. And he said, we got steel plow stocks back there. And Dr. Sims said, can you get in them? Because Grandpa said, yeah, if you got the money, you can get them. He said, well, get some. And moved Grandpa in and made him overseer of his land.
Yeah.
And that's where he married Grandma. And they had a house. And Uncle Jerry Wheeler told me, said, I went up to the house. So I knew your grandfather real well. Says he was nice to me and I liked him. And he said, I went up there and the old saddle was on the front porch and Grandpa had gone to get married. He said, I took the old saddle and cleaned off the front porch and inside the house the best I could, put it under the house. You know what I mean? It's nigger slave houses, what they were. But see, they'd freed the slaves and they didn't need the houses, so Grandpa just moved into one of them. Well, when he married, and old Uncle Jerry Wheeler told me, I went up there and cleaned up the best I could, which was none too good. And that's where they lived. He showed me the exact spot.
So they lived right over there?
Yeah.
Great-grandpa lived right over there?
When he married.
When he married.
Then he moved from there. He moved from there right after that. See, Grandma had 2 children when he married her, Ceenie and Liza. And Aunt Ceenie, I can't find her grave. And I know something, though. How do you believe in abortion? What do you believe about abortion?
Personally, I don't believe in it.
You don't?
No.
All right, I'll show you women that's laying in this graveyard, 24, 25 years old, that died because they couldn't get an abortion.
Yeah.
Now, how you feel about that?
Well,
Let them die?
no.
No, they didn't want that baby bad enough. They was willing to take the chance of going to some old nigger woman or something and having an abortion. Half of them lived and half of them died.
Yeah.
But they just, well, like Christine Everett. She done had 3 children. She didn't want no more kids. So somebody tells her about somebody down there. She goes down there and they take a coat hanger and wall it around and kill the baby. She comes home, gets sick and dies. And old man everything. And she killed her daddy. Now that's a Harris. That's Uncle Willie. That's on Mama's side of the family. I mean, boy, you done got up here. I got more kin folks in this graveyard.
Now this is
Mama's oldest brother.
okay.
He died in 77. She died in 70. I didn't know Aunt Nellie died first. I guess she did. But that's a Harris. But this down here, Grandpa Greenlee. Now, I didn't know it, and Daddy didn't even know it, where the grave was, but old Uncle Jerry Wheeler showed it to me. And it was back in the woods, just like that.
How long has this graveyard been here?
Oh, man, they come back buried back in 1800. I can show you something that you won't believe. And by God, somebody cleaned off that tombstone. I wonder what with. I bought some stuff to clean it. I wonder who did that. Somebody from World War, I bet you World War I veterans did that. But Uncle Jerry Wheeler brought me down here and showed me that. And the old tombstone was laying down. and he helped me build that base. See where it is?
Uh-huh.
Concrete. He helped me. Oh, somebody's cleaned that thing up. I mean, it cleaned up good.
So that's my great-grandpa.
Yeah.
And he was in the Confederate Army.
Yep. And see, Grandpa, his oldest brother, got killed. And they wasn't even Southerners. Hell, they come from Wisconsin or something.
Here's another Civil War grave.
I don't know who he is, though.
William P. Murphy.
Well, Murphys and the Foremans, and I don't know where Murphy comes from. I don't know him. But I'm going to go show you something you won't believe. I don't know who cleaned them tombstones up. I'll bet you what's fella had something to do with that. Petey. Because he got interested in World War I, veteran general, what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And did a lot of research on it of why. See, a lot of Confederates, people, they went to South America, Venezuela. That's why Venezuela is built up like it is. Some of these big farmers moved their whole families down there, slaves and all. When they started that war, if they couldn't afford to go, they had to stay here and fight. Well, look at this. I wonder who's cleaning all that up.
Boy, these are old.
You better believe they are. 1888 when they died.
No.
1880.
1891.
Yeah. Born in 1872. See, people didn't live that long back then. There's one, 1872, born in 1856. 1886.
Look here, William Barnett, born January 25th, 1793, died October 31st, 1886.
That's a long time ago, isn't it?
Yeah, look at that. Now, who are these people?
I don't have the slightest idea. I just wonder who cleaned up all these stones. But come on, I want to show you something. And as far as I know, there was never nothing ever. Nowadays, they'd investigate it, but they sure have cleaned up all these old graves.
Where's the ones with all the kids that died?
That's what I'm going to show you. You wouldn't believe it, son. And there's Todd's. And I know George, that was his half brothers and sisters. I just wonder who cleaned up.
All these people died in their 30s and 40s.
Yep. Sure did.
Huh.
People didn't live long back then, man. Now, if you want to see something sad, to me, that is sad. And what happened? Did they kill them or what happened? Now, you start right here. That baby was born in 1891, died in 1896.
Uh-huh. 5 years old.
All right, this one's born in 1893, died in 1897.
Yeah.
4 years old. This was born in 1897, died in 1900.
3 years old.
This one was born in 1899 and died in
1902.
1902.
3 years old.
3 years old. This one was born, that one born dead, I guess. Infant son of Mr. and Miss Todd. In 1908. All right, then this one was born in 1903 and died in 1904. This one was born, oh, this is the old man. No, that was Ms. Todd, I guess. Joseph Todd. 1851, 54, and died in 22. That's before I remember. And this one, same thing. I don't remember. But there's 7 graves, just think of that.
What do these kids die of?
Who knows? That's been so long ago. Nobody colitis. See, Grandma had, when Grandma died, she had a little baby. And her Uncle Lum and Aunt Josie. See, they married brothers and sisters. So they decided, we'll take the baby. And the baby died, had colitis and died.
Huh.